Malaysian students arrived safely from Riau. Immediate arrest to those who make or spread fake news. Good evening, welcome to News on 2. I'm Jessica Lee. A total of 47 Malaysian students in Riau arrived safely at the Kuala Lumpur International Airport 2 or KLIA 2 this afternoon. Education Minister Dr. Mazli Malik said the second group of 31 evacuated Malaysian students arrived safely at 6:10 p.m. today. They had left the Indonesian province on the central eastern coast of Sumatra after a declared state of emergency and are allowed to return when conditions in the two areas return to normal. The first group of students were taken home by a flight from Pekanbaru after the state of emergency was declared due to haze on Monday. The students' arrival was welcomed by Education Minister Dr. Mazli Malik and Deputy Foreign Minister Datuk Marzuki Yahya. Meanwhile, a statement by Wisma Putra today said the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, in collaboration with the related ministry and agencies, are managing the evacuation of 35 students from Pekanbaru to Jakarta to be temporarily housed in Malaysia Hall. According to the statement, the evacuation was assisted by Malaysian diplomatic representatives in Indonesia, the Malaysian Embassy in Jakarta, and the Malaysian Consulate in Pekanbaru, along with representatives of both agencies. So far, 113 students have been evacuated from Riau. Now, several areas of Sumatra and Kalimantan in Indonesia, badly affected by the haze, experienced heavy downpour on Tuesday night, reducing number of hotspots drastically. Agus Wibowo, head of the Centre for Data Information and Public Relations of the National Board for Disaster Management, said the number of hotspots dropped to 1,744 Wednesday from 3,150 2 days ago. He said in a statement that it rained in the provinces of Riau, Jambi, South Sumatra, West Kalimantan, Central Kalimantan and South Kalimantan. Meanwhile, the Indonesian police and the Ministry of the Environment and Forestry arrested 323 people suspected to have been involved in setting off forest fires. The chief of the Police Public Information Bureau, Dedi Prasetyo, said 14 plantation companies are also suspected to have been involved in these fires. Since January, more than 300,000 hectares of forests and plantations have been destroyed by fires in several provinces of Indonesia. An emergency was declared in the Sumatran province this week after the air quality deteriorated to the hazardous level, with the Air Pollutant Index API reaching 700. These peat fires caused severe haze that also blanketed Malaysia and Singapore since early September, having been blown by the southwest monsoon winds. The corruption trial involving Datuk Sri Abdul Rahim and his brother Datuk Abdul Latif Rahims, which was supposed to commence today, has been postponed with the prosecution application to transfer the case to the High Court. Deputy Public Prosecutor Nik Haslini Hashim told the Sessions Court today that they had filed a notice of motion before the High Court Registrar Office on 19th of September, adding that the High Court Registrar Office had fixed 2nd of October for case management. Counsel Hisham Potek, who represented both Aziz and Abdul Latif, then confirmed they have no objection to the application. Judge Azura Alwi then fixed 2nd of October for case management and asked the prosecution to update her on the latest development of the application. Datuk Sri Abdul Aziz, a former Tabung Haji chairman, was slapped with 3 charges of receiving bribes worth 5.2 million ringgit and 9 charges of money laundering amounting to 139.3 million ringgit. Now, anyone spreading fake news on the shooting incident in Batu Arang, Selangor, or the Amok case in Pulau Pinang face immediate arrest. Now, the warning was made by Inspector General of Police Tan Sri Abdul Hamid Bador, adding such fake news could lead to racial tension in the country. He said there are more cases in Bayan Lepas on Monday, which left a woman injured and a man shot dead by police, was an isolated one and did not involve any extremist groups or individuals. On claims of the presence of a woman during the Batu Arang case on Saturday, in which police shot 3 men dead, Tan Sri Abdul Hamid said viraling of a video on this was an irresponsible act.
Bahawa pihak polis sentiasa memerhatikan mandang perkara ini dengan serius dan kita terus mengambil tindakan. So saya menyeru sekali lagi kepada orang ramai, jangan terpengaruh dengan perkara ini. Sekiranya ada apa-apa yang gusar, yang tidak difahami dan perlu difahami, boleh datang merujuk kepada pihak polis. So, jangan membuat rumusan apa sendiri. Perbuatan berkongsi, artikel-artikel ini dan seterusnya, membuat komen-komen tambahan akan menyebabkan orang-orang ini akan tangkap, melakukan kesalahan. So saya ingin ingatkan lagi, tidak ada amaran lagi, tindakan terus dijalankan.
He said this in Bukit Aman today.
Saya mohon untuk
Now, the man who was shot dead by police yesterday during a special operation by an enforcement team from Bukit Aman at Jalan Pusat Bandar 9, Puchong, apparently had 11 previous criminal records. Now, according to Selangor Police Chief Datuk Nur Azam Jamaluddin, investigations revealed that the suspect, identified as Muhammad Zafarul Nizam Hamza, had 3 drug-related cases, 5 robberies, 1 snatch theft case, 1 car theft, and 1 case involving blackmail. Datuk Nur Azam said a special team from Bukit Aman had followed the suspect's Perodua Alza from Kelantan before they attempted to stop him. However, the suspect acted aggressively and rammed into the police car, upon which a shootout ensued. In the shootout, the suspect was shot dead while one of his passengers, a Myanmar national, was injured.
Dalam van tersebut terdapat 9 orang, 8 warga Myanmar dan seorang warga tempatan. Warga tempatan kita mati itulah asal dari Kelantan. Yang lain itu warga Myanmar. Jadi kita telah melaksanakan tekapan ke atas mereka kerana telah memasuki cara tak sah lah. Okey, hasil perasemakan kenderaan tersebut, kita telah mendapati kenderaan yang digunakan ialah Proton Anza, nombor pendaftaran WD 5471B. Kenderaan ini hasil perasemakan dapati bukan kenderaan curi. Sebaliknya ialah dimiliki oleh seorang wanita berasal daripada Gombak.
Speaking to the media at the Serdang Police Headquarters, Datuk Nur Azam said the suspect's vehicle had been modified to ensure more people can fit in. The suspect's body and the injured Myanmaris were sent to the Serdang Hospital for post-mortem and treatment respectively, while the other 7 Myanmar nationals are being detained at the Serdang Police Headquarters for further investigation. The case is being investigated under Section 307 of the Penal Code. Now, various types of drugs worth 3.1 million ringgit from cases that had been settled in court will be disposed of at the disposal site in Bukit Pelanduk, Negeri Sembilan. Johor Police Chief Dato' Muhammad Kamarudin Madin said the 444.5 litres of drugs in liquid form were seized in numerous anti-drugs operations from 2017 until this year. Briefing reporters today, he said among them are 6 barrels of methanol weighing 209 litres, 6 barrels of acetone, 209 litres, 200 bottles of hydrochloric acid, 2.5 litres, and 21 barrels of colourless liquid, 20 litres. He said the machine used in processing the drugs would also be destroyed. Dato' Muhammad Kamarudin said last April, Johor Narcotics Criminal Investigation Department, NCID, disposed of 159.07 kilograms of various types of drugs and 42.3 litres of liquid drugs worth 20.61 million ringgit. The Kuala Kedah Marine Police Force has successfully seized 628 sticks of smuggled cigarettes of various brands and worth more than $500,000 ringgit. Now, also seized was a lorry believed to be used to transport the cigarettes. Region 1 Marine Police Force Commander Rosman Ismail said acting on information and tip-offs, they activated Op Landai. They managed to stop a lorry laden with 50 white sacks containing the smuggled cigarettes. The driver from Sungai Petani has been detained for further questioning, while the seized goods have been sent to the tactical headquarters of the Kuala Kedah Region 1 Marine Police Force for documentation. 4 men arrested by the police were believed to be the mastermind behind carjacking syndicate in Pendang, Kedah since April. Kedah Police Chief Datuk Zainuddin Yaakob said the group members, aged 20 to 50, targeted parked cars near Kobar rail station in Pendang.
MO dia adalah ambil kereta ni, curi. Biasanya kenderaan-kenderaan macam ni tak dalam. Kalau ada 10 tak dalam. Maknanya nak mencuri ni senang lah. Nak curi wira ni senang. Sebab dia elektroniknya kurang, alarm tak ada, steering lock pun tak ada, apa lock pun tak ada. Yang ada semata-mata kunci dengan central locking. Jadi menggunakan peralatan yang simple, satu screwdriver, kita boleh curi satu kenderaan wira ni.
An auto spare part dealer was also arrested to assist in the investigation. Speaking today, he said the suspects were believed to commit the crimes during the daytime and later decommission the car body parts before selling them. Following the arrest, the police found 4 Proton Wiras, 2 Pro 2 Kancils that were decommissioned. All suspects tested positive for drugs. The suspects were remanded until tomorrow to assist in investigations. Sexual abuses cases involving school students in Kuala Lumpur decreased 8.3% this year compared to last year. Kuala Lumpur Police Chief Datuk Sri Mazlan Lazim said 186 cases were recorded from January till the 22nd of September this year, compared to 203 cases during the same corresponding period last year. He said the highest cases involved students from 13 to 16 years old.
Mengikut bangsa lah. Macam ini, Melayu 117, Cina 33, India 17, mana-mana lain-lain bangsa adalah 19. Jadi Melayu lah yang dominan dan paling banyak. Belajar dia paling banyak sekali.
He said this after attending a crime prevention program at the Federal Territory Kuala Lumpur level at Sekolah Jenis Kebangsaan Tamil Kampung Pandan. Although the statistics show a decline in the crime rate, he said nevertheless, crime prevention efforts must continue to be enhanced. He also added that a total of 350 school communication officers or PPS will be stationed in every schools around Kuala Lumpur with the aim to reduce the crime rate involving the students. Under PPS, police personnel will regularly be assigned to visit primary and secondary schools. Now, quick action by the driver of an express bus saved the lives of 45 passengers, including primary school children, after one of the vehicle's tyres burst along the East-West Highway near Greek Perak early this morning. According to Greek Fire and Rescue Department Chief Muhammad Nizam Zakaria, once the bus came to a halt, the driver, identified as Muhammad Sabri Ismail, immediately directed the passengers to quickly get out of the bus as it had just caught fire. Muhammad Nizam said the bus, which was on its way from Kelantan to Langkawi, was 70% burned, but no injuries were reported. The cause of the fire is being investigated. The traffic flow on the Kuala Lumpur Seremban Highway heading for the federal capital was congested this morning, causing a jam of more than 5 kilometers following an accident involving a lorry and 4 cars. The accident at about 6 a.m. was believed to have occurred when the lorry transporting mineral water was believed to have skidded and entered into the opposite lane before colliding with the 4 vehicles. No casualty, however, was reported in the incident. Lorry driver V. Ramesh, 32, said the accident occurred when the lorry he was driving skidded after one of the tyres burst. He said he applied the brakes a number of times but without success, resulting in the vehicle entering the opposite lane. 31 residents of 5 families are now left with nothing as their houses were destroyed in a fire at about 11:42 p.m. last night in Kampung Hamzah, Kuala Krai, Kelantan. Kuala Lumpur Fire and Rescue Operation Chief Assistant Fire Superintendent Muhammad Rizwan Al-Rafi Madzain said the fire also caused a 17-year-old girl to burn in her leg while trying to escape the fire. The victim was brought to Kuala Lumpur Hospital to receive treatment. The fire was extinguished after 4 hours, involving 18 firemen from 2 nearest fire stations. The cause of the fire and estimation of loss are still in investigation. And on a lighter note, a group of 16 Sikh bikers from the Santana Riders Malaysia Club today began their charity ride expedition, which will cover 4 countries to raise awareness and funds for the National Cancer Society of Malaysia, or NSCM. Communications and Multimedia Minister Gobind Singh Deo flagged off the bikers as they embarked on their 40-day journey at the Gurdwara Sahib Parliament, Padang Merbuk, Kuala Lumpur this morning. The 16,000-kilometre journey across Thailand, Myanmar, India and Pakistan is also being held in conjunction with the 550th birth anniversary of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, the founder of Sikhism. Gobind said the ride is a noble initiative as the funds raised could be channeled to ease the struggle of cancer patients.
Saya akan membuat satu sumbangan sebanyak ringgit Malaysia RM10,000 kepada mereka sebagai permulaan. Dan saya harap mereka akan dapat kumpul sebanyak yang seboleh untuk menjayakan misi dan ekspedisi ini.
The minister said this when launching the expedition. All funds raised will be channeled to NSCM, and interested contributors can send donations through the website https://www.peoplegiving.org/campaign/5 Ride to India for Cancer Charity Ride 2019. Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, who is currently in New York to attend the 74th United Nations General Assembly, has criticized the world body for its deafening silence on the Rohingya crisis. Now, speaking at the Assembly's high-level side event entitled Rohingya Crisis, A Way Forward, Tun Dr. Mahathir stressed that it was clear the Myanmar government had been unwilling to take any action to resolve the crisis. Therefore, the Prime Minister said it was up to the international community to do something about the situation. It is obvious that Myanmar's attempt on ensuring accountability has failed. He asked how would such attempts work if the perpetrators responsible for the atrocities are part of the system. As it is, none of the atrocities committed in 2017 have been accounted for.
Without Security Council action, others must do their part to resolve the crisis and bring the perpetrators to justice. We commend the positive effort of OIC in addressing the Rohingya issue at this international forum and for the decision to bring the matter to the International Court of Justice. We hope other countries will support the OIC to ensure that the perpetrators do not get away with the heinous crimes that they have committed. Malaysia, on our part, has also tried to do all it can.
Many Rohingyas have become internally displaced persons, or IDPs, languishing in camps in Rakhine. When the world likened the IDP camps to those notorious concentration camps of the past, the Myanmar government has been quick to deny. Yet, the Myanmar authorities have denied access to some UN officials and humanitarian aid workers.
If Myanmar has nothing to hide, why bar others from seeing the situation in Rakhine? Let these officials and aid workers visit, inspect, and assist those living in the camp.
Tun Dr. Mahathir also commended Bangladesh for all it has done in hosting more than 1.2 million Rohingya refugees.
The issue of accountability for human rights violations against the Rohingyas would be another crucial factor to ensure sustainable, safe and voluntary return.
Tensions between the Rohingyas and the other religious groups have recently exploded into conflict. In another development, more than 20 bilateral meetings, forums and speeches await Tun Dr. Mahathir in New York. Immediately after delivering a speech on Rohingya crisis, the Premier held a bilateral meeting with his Dutch counterpart, Mark Rutte. Both countries seek closer cooperation in the agriculture sector using high technology to help smallholders to be more productive as smart farmers. Rutte also extended an invitation for Tun Dr. Mahathir to visit the Netherlands. Also present at the discussion were Foreign Minister Datuk Saifuddin Abdullah and Economic Affairs Minister Datuk Sri Muhammad Azmin Ali. Malaysia and Netherlands expressed confidence that there were economic potentials to be unlocked through closer relations between the two. Later, Tun Dr. Mahathir also held discussions with Google Senior Vice President for Global Affairs, Kent Walker. On Thursday, the Premier is scheduled to have bilateral talks with Iranian President Hassan Rouhani and Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan. At 9 p.m. Malaysian time tonight, Tun Dr. Mahathir will speak on rule of law through multilateralism at Columbia University's World Leaders Forum. The speech will be live streamed on Facebook Berita RTM. Independent shuttler Liu Darren defied the odds today when he beat China's great Lin Dan 21-19, 21-14 to advance to the second round of the Super 500 Korea Open Badminton Championship. National independent shuttler Liu Darren served up a huge stunner when he knocked out five-time world champion Lin Dan of China in the first round of the Korea Open Badminton Championship today. The 32-year-old, who is still down with flu, defeated the two-time Olympic champion dubbed Super Dan 21-19, 21-14 in a 43-minute battle. Commenting after his match, Darren said in the game with Lin Dan today, he didn't think much, but just tried to attack more. Darren will next take on India's Parupalli Kashyap, who defeated Liu Chia-hung of Taiwan 21-16, 21-16. And that concludes this evening's edition of News on 2. In our top story, Malaysian students arrived safely from Riau. Join us again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. I'm Jessica Lee. Thank you for watching.